or we got a quick money video, financial video. We talking about the importance of money management over just getting money, man. See, some people, they may know how to get money, but they don't got good money management skills. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, some people, they may be good at getting money, but they don't know how to manage the money. They don't know how to take the money and multiply the money. See, some people, they may make a lot of money. They may have a high salary, right? But, they're still poor technically because they don't know what to do with the money. They spend more than they bring in. The goal is to make a lot of money. Not only that, but the goal is to also be able to accumulate and to have more money than you that's going out. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the month, when you pay all your bills, it's supposed to be money left over. So what I do, when it comes to my money, my finances, I have a spreadsheet that I use every time, and I use that to budget my money out. So, I got all my bills wrote down. I got my mortgage. I got all the utilities. I got all the insurances. I got anything, any kind of bill, that I spend, and every 2 weeks, I got a new spreadsheet that I track all my bills, right? And my goal, like I said, at the end of the month, after I'm done paying all my bills, after I put money in my retirement account, after I invest money in my personal savings and investment accounts and pay all the bills, I want to have money left over. That's my goal every month. You want to be in the black every month. If you could do that every month, time in, time out, every time you get paid, you're going to not just get by in life. You're going to start to get ahead in life. You see it all the time, even with people that make a lot of money, right? You may have somebody that's making $200,000, $300,000 a year, but they still poor, still living paycheck to paycheck. And the main reason why is because their lifestyle inflation creeps up on them. Just like the more money people make, right? It's like the more they spend. You want to do the opposite. Still, you want to stay down. You want to act like you broke. You know what I'm saying? Let the people think that you can't even afford a loaf of bread. Whole time you own the whole bakery shop. You feel me? That's how you do. If you making $100,000 a year, but you spending $150,000 a year, it's basic math. That's basic elementary math. You're going to end up in the red every time you spending more than you make. So, like I said, if you let lifestyle inflation creep up on you, where it gets to the point where you spending more money than you making, then you're going to end, like I said, man, you're going backwards, not forward. You know what I'm saying? So with me, I'm a correction officer, right? My base salary is like $72,000, but I work a lot of overtime. So I make over 6 figures every year working overtime. But, these are some of the things I do, when it comes to managing my money. I put 20% in my retirement account off the top. That's before I even see my paycheck every 2 weeks. Boom. Next, after that, I pay all my bills. A lot of that overtime money, I'm smart with it. I'm taking anywhere, it may be $500, $1,000, $1,500 every 2 weeks. Boom, I'm investing that. I'm buying stocks, crypto, boom. So my money is working for me. I'm not putting the money to sleep. This is another thing, man, that gets a lot of people tripped up, man, when it comes to trying to live a lifestyle, that they see on TV, trying to keep up with the Joneses, man. What ends up happening with that too is a lot of people, they go into debt. Debt is the enemy, man. I'm not, you got certain types of debt. You got good debt, you got bad debt. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about debt like credit card debt. That's the biggest killer of your wealth right there, man. When you start living over your means, above your means, you want to put everything on the credit card, you swiping, you spending on stuff you can't afford, that's what sets you back, man. There's so many people out here that's in credit card debt. They trying to live a life that they can't sustain. They trying to oppress people that don't even like them. Some people are, they may be going through it. They may be that they living paycheck to paycheck. It just is what it is. So they may have to use credit card debt. But your goal should be, to try to always improve your cash flow. Always try to be improving your finances, always be seeking a mean to increase your income, whether it be through educating yourself, going back to school, learning new trades, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get a better job, getting job promotions, you know, and then once you get that job promotion, you go back to school, you get that certificate or that degree under your belt. Now you can get a better job. You making more money. Money eases up. So now you ain't living paycheck to paycheck. You know, you may have been in credit card debt because that's all you could do. That's all you can afford. Now it's time to start paying that debt off. Pay that debt off. Get it out the way as soon as possible. And you want to be sending in as much money as you can on all your debts, man. You know, I use the Dave Ramsey method. Look that up on Google. Dave Ramsey snowball method, man. Great method of getting out of debt. You list all your debts from smallest debt all the way to your largest debt. To take the smallest debt, you pay the minimum on everything else except your smallest debt. You want to throw as much money as you can at that smallest debt. Boom, get it out the way, knock it out the way, boom. After that, you take the money you was paying on that one and move it over to the next biggest debt, man. That's how you keep going. That's why it's called a snowball. You start small. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, man. It starts to accumulate, and next thing you know, you got a big snowball rolling out of control down the hill. You smashing, knocking all your debts out, man. So boom, we talked about staying out of debt, you know, not going into debt. If you're not into debt, that's important right there. The next thing we talked about, the importance of having a budget. If you don't know where all your money's going, man, you losing every time. That's why I say, you know, you have to account for every dollar. I want to know where all of my dollars are going. You know, that's why I keep that spreadsheet. I write down all my bills and expenses, how much I want to save, so I can account for every dollar. That's how you manage your money right there. That's how you stay on top of your finances, man. And you able to live a life that most people cannot live. You know what I'm saying? Once you start doing stuff like that, you on top of your money, your bank. You see where every dollar is going. Boom, you got your budget under control. Now we're gonna start investing. You know, the best place to start when it comes to investing is at a retirement account. You know, your job got a retirement account for you. Try to put as much money as you can in it. You can never put enough in there, man. If your job has what's called an employer match, where if you put a certain amount of money in and they match you dollar for dollar, if you don't put at least enough in there, you leaving free money on the table, man. That's a foolish mistake right there. You know, so for instance, my job, we put 5% in, they put 5% in. So it's like 100% return on your investment. You gonna automatically put in 10%. Doing it like that. But we're going a step further. I'm doing 15, 20%. Try to put as much money as you can. You get a pay raise every year or a bonus. That's extra money you could use. Be smart with. Put it in your retirement account. Boom. We take it a step further after that, man. We got outside brokerage accounts. You know, there's penalties and stipulations on your retirement account. If you're not of retirement age, you know, you try to take money out your retirement account before you hit that age. Usually you have to pay penalty, 10% penalty, 10% tax, 20% tax to the IRS, you know. So before you take a loan out your retirement account, before you able to retire, you talking about 30% right there that you're going to have to pay in penalties and taxes before you even get your lump sum, you know. So boom, we don't want to rely on that if necessary. So we're going to take our money and put it in an outside brokerage account. You know, you can go with Charles Schwab, Fidelity. You know, you can buy stocks, crypto. You know, you got Coinbase for the crypto. For the stocks, you got E-Trade. You got Charles Schwab. You could buy stocks on Cash App. I've been putting people on to buying stocks on Cash App. If you got an iPhone, you have Cash App on your phone, any phone really. If you hit the little money sign, you could buy stocks right there. It's already linked to your bank account. That's an easy way to get started investing, buying in stocks. You got Robinhood. There's so many different apps, man. The goal is just get started in it if you're not already in it, man. You know, you don't know what stocks to buy. A simple way to do it, you could buy an S&P mutual fund or ETF, man. Go on Google, type in S&P 500, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab, Fidelity, something like that. Google that and everything will pop up, man. If you buy an ETF like that, you'll be buying all of the stocks, mostly the big stocks around the world. So it takes all the guesswork out of it. I buy individual stocks, you know what I'm saying? My retirement account is invested mainly in the S&P 500. So my extra money I get when I invest, I buy individual stocks. I buy the big stuff though, like Apple, Google, Nvidia, Tesla, I've been buying Palantir here lately. I've been buying a lot of crypto. I started buying a new stock. I found SoundHound AI. That's another AI stock. You know, so many different stocks, man, you could buy. You know, you want to find out what's the best stocks, go look at the top holding of those S&P, those mutual funds, the ETFs I put y'all on to. When you go to Google, type in top holdings, it'll tell you the top stocks that they're invested in. These are billion and trillion dollar companies that manage money. It'll tell you the top holdings, what they're putting their money in, what stocks they're buying. That's an easy way to figure out what stocks you want to buy if you want to go the route and buy individual stocks, man. But yeah, man, 2025, we're going to stay on top of our finances. If you haven't been the best when it comes to money management, man, today is the time to take charge of your finances and understand this. Nobody is coming to save you. Y'all like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel at the Ghetto Bodybuilder. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok at the Ghetto Bodybuilder. I got the merchandise for sale. Life is like a sandwich. No matter which way you flip it, the bread always comes first. Let's get this money. Y'all got any input, thoughts, comments on this video? Drop a comment. I'll be sure to get back with you as soon as I can. Y'all know how we coming. Let's get motivated.